The Himalayas do not merely call, they summon with an irresistible force. Their ancient peaks, etched with legends and history, seem to whisper secrets meant for the bold, for those who dare to tread their sacred pathways. This journey, our return to the abode of snow, was not just a trekking expedition. It was an odyssey of self discovery, resilience, and reverence for the divine mountains. Every great journey begins with a plan, but ours began with chaos. The fellowship we had forged seemed destined to break apart. From the start, one of our friends dropped out due to work obligation, and on the day of departure, another faced a family crisis, leaving us on the brink of abandoning the trek. Yet, as the train pulled out of Mumbai Central Station, relief and hope mingled with the rhythm of the train tracks. Yes, our fellowship was still together, bound for the unknown. Our destination in Himalaya was Har Ki Dun, which translates as the Valley of God. Our journey began with a layover in Kota, Rajasthan. As we explored Kota city on advice of our fellow travelers, we encountered a blend of modern chaos and ancient charm. The famed breakfast of kachori left us disappointed, the greasy flavor reflecting city's unpredictability. Oxygen Park, a much hyped oasis, turned out to be overpriced and underwhelming, draining more energy than it actually restored. Yet, Kota had its surprises. At the Royal Palace, we unearthed the treasures of India's past, an astrolabe like instrument designed to chart heavens, a symbol of ancient knowledge and cosmic curiosity. As we gazed at Chambal River shimmering under the afternoon sun, the grandeur of this palace redeemed the city's shortcomings. For a moment, amidst Kota's contradictions, we felt connected to the timelessness that had awaited us in Himalayas. As our journey continued, the call of Har Ki Dun got louder, pulling us towards the adventure that lay ahead. From the plains of Dehradun to the remote village of Sankri, the road became a test of patience and perseverance. The narrow, winding path carved into the mountains was a challenge for our bus at every turn. By the time we arrived in Sankri, under the cloak of the night, the biting cold and impenetrable darkness had set the stage for us. Our trek began in earnest at a village of Gangad, where we reached from Sankri by sitting on top of a 4x4 vehicle. Each step that we took on the trail carried us deeper into the landscape that was alive with contrasts. Ancient pines, cedars, and birch forests, cascading waterfalls, and valleys echoing with the gurgles of rivers. Yet the trail also tested us. Icy winds cut through our layers. Steep ascents challenged our endurance, and the cold waters of the streams numbed our fingers. This was not a physical journey. It was a passage into the soul of the Himalayas. कौन सी
ये डंडे वंडे फेंकने की, क्या पता कब यहाँ पहुँचना पड़ जाए।
बराबर सीखना पड़ेगा।
हाँ,
कहाँ पे हो अभिजीत? कहाँ पे हो?
हम लोग साकरी से चले, होते हुए हमको एक पॉइंट तक छोड़ा, फिर वहाँ से हम 4 किलोमीटर ट्रैकिंग करके आए एंड वी आर स्टेइंग टुडे हियर एट सीमा विलेज।
Our night in Sima village was spent in a decaying yellow mansion, a relic of misplaced ambition. Its eerie silence and creaking floors inspired ghost stories, adding a layer of mystery to our adventure. The chilling wind outside only deepened the mansion's haunted allure.
These are akhrots. It's called it as a walnut. You see, this is the tree. This is the tree, and you see many akhrots are there, many walnuts are there. Awesome! Lovely taste. I like it. We enjoy it.
Now he will demonstrate how to break those open.
Let's see.
Yeah. I'll show you how to eat walnut. Himalayas, revered as Devbhumi, are more than a destination. They are the living embodiment of India's spiritual heritage. But as we walked the trails, the sanctity of these sacred spaces felt increasingly fragile. Plastic bottles, wrappers, thoughtless waste marred the beauty of the paths, a stark betrayal of gods and nature alike. These mountains are a gift, a privilege to experience, and yet their purity is fading beneath the weight of human neglect. The trail was a gateway to another world. Starting at Gangad, the valley had opened before us, flanked by towering peaks and the rushing tributary of Yamuna River flowing right in the middle. The ancient birch trees stretched their gnarled branches overhead, their shadows dancing in the golden sunlight. Every step was a blend of challenge and wonder. Slick rocks, frozen streams, mule tracks, and steep inclines tested our agility, while the pristine beauty of the Himalayas kept pulling us forward. The river was a constant companion, tumbling over rocks and whispering its ancient song. Its icy flow was both a respite and a reminder of the unforgiving environment we were navigating. Every bend in the trail revealed a new marvel, a cascading waterfall catching the sunlight, or a view of a distant peak shrouded in the mist.
Must try lunch.
एंजॉयिंग
Very
ग्रेट। मंगेश कैसा लगा खाना?
फ्रैंकी अच्छा है।
कैसे खा रहे हो राइस?
Frankie.
फ्रैंकी की तरफ फैंटास्टिक। नीतू
Lunch was modest, but the camaraderie and the shared joy of the journey made it feel like a feast. Stories flowed as easily as the river beside us, each of us finding a rhythm in the rugged trail and the steady pace of our footsteps.
भाग जाते थे।
अगर मैं इसको यहाँ चाहूँ तो
मैं मार दूंगा। तो भी वो मार देगा, वो एक्सचेंज ऑफर ले लेगा। मुझे तो चाहिए, उसको एक्सचेंज ऑफर पसंद है।
किसी को प्यार हो जाए, जाने कहाँ कब किसी को किसी से प्यार हो जाए।
अभी खड़ा होके The higher we climbed, the more the landscape transformed. The valley seemed to breathe with life, its trees whispering secrets of a time long past. As the snow-capped peaks of Swargarohini came into the view, we felt the majesty of mountains growing closer, their ancient stories waiting to be told. Encircled by the towering peaks of Swargarohini, this valley, known as Valley of God, seemed like an amphitheater created by the nature itself, a sacred stage where myths and legends converge with raw beauty. Har Ki Dun name alone, Har representing Lord Shiva and Dun meaning valley, spoke of a divine connection. As we stood there, the myth of Pandava's final ascent to the heaven almost felt tangible. In the moment of spontaneity, we gathered to honor the land and its heritage. The flag of India fluttered in the icy winds.
जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, हर हर
Standing amidst this sacred amphitheater, we felt small but also connected to something infinitely greater. I longed for a moment of solitude to sit and meditate amidst this divine beauty. But the call of the trail was not yet over. Ahead lay another ascent to the glacial waters of Marinda Lake, a journey that would test our limits once more.
मंगेश तू तो मुंह छुपाई रहा है।
शाम को 5 बजे और किसी को मुंह छिपाना पड़ेगा।
आज सरप्राइज है, यही से शॉर्टकट है। यहाँ से आप निकल सकते हैं।
कहाँ के लिए?
अपने यहाँ।
नहीं
आपको 5 बजे और उठना पड़ेगा। यही से
इसलिए मैंने वो नीचे
इसके पीछे तो नहीं है कहीं लेक?
नहीं लेक यही होगा।
ठंडा हाथ।
राहुल भाई शिरीष के पीछे हाथ रखो और ऐसे आ जाओ पीछे
थोड़ा सा ऐसे
हाँ,
ठंडा सा।
मंगेश भाई तुम भी आ जाओ।
मंगेश तुम मेरे गोद में ही आ जाओ। अच्छे
एक पिक्चर क्लिक करता हूँ।
The climb to Marinda Lake tested our physical and mental limits. The barren, windswept expanse of lake offered little solace, but the struggle reminded us of the nature's raw power.
और मटन का क्या खाते हो आप लोग?
मटन में
मटन कौन से पेड़ पे आता है?
पेड़ पे नहीं आता।
तो
बकरी
बकरी को मारते हैं,
हाँ
जान से मारते हैं। उसको दर्द नहीं होता है बकरी को?
गर्दन
नहीं, बकरी को दर्द नहीं होता है।
होता है
तो
यूज करती हो
हाँ,
मेरा
तो?
बात नहीं रहती बात की जाती। चाचा का बराता तब काटा
अच्छा
अच्छा,
इसके चाचा की बरात में।
लेकिन ऐसा किसी को दर्द किया तो अच्छा है नहीं ना?
नहीं है।
तो क्यों ऐसा करते हो आप?
बारात में होता है
बारात में को क्या खाना ज्यादा पसंद है?
चावल अंडा
अंडा,
दाल
दाल, राजमा, मैगी.
कुरकुरा
Life in Oslo follows the rhythm of nature. Here, every task, whether it's gathering firewood, tending to livestock, or preparing meals, is imbued with purpose. The villagers' resilience is evident in their actions. Each step a testament to the strength forged by generations in this rugged terrain. Oslo is more than a village. It's a living monument to a way of life that has thrived in harmony with the mountains for centuries. Perched at 8,500 feet, this hamlet stands like a guardian of traditions that the modernity has yet to erode. Its slate roofed homes, wooden walls, adorned with intricate carvings and stone paved paths, reflect the ingenuity and artistry of a bygone era. As we wandered through Oslo's winding paths, we were struck by the warmth and vibrancy of its people. Children, their laughter echoing through village, ran to greet us with wide-eyed curiosity. We handed out candies, their joy infectious and pure, a reminder of simple pleasures that often elude the modern world. As we bid farewell to Oslo, the moment felt bittersweet. The village, with its enduring traditions and timeless beauty, seemed like a fragment of a world we are losing. One where community thrived and life lived in the rhythm of the earth. Yet, the changes creeping were undeniable. The progress is a double-edged sword, and here in Oslo, the balance between preserving the past and embracing the future felt precariously poised. The farewell was not forever. The mountains, like old friends, would call us back someday. And when they do, we would return, not just as trekkers, but as better stewards of the sacred spaces that had given us so much. For now, we left with the gratitudes in our hearts and echoes of their timelessness in our souls.